back here, and I will be back with vengeance, 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 vengeance.
With the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State.
Hold up, little buddy, what is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad, squad, squad. Know they gon' hate, do what I tell them. Get on your jaw, jaw, jaw. Work on smooth, I got the moves. I swear to God, God, God. Hey, I just dropped 200 on a new way. Pull up with that in my blue thing. Pull up, got the party bouncing like the blue flame. But you can't stop my style when I jewel. Watch me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel. Watch me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel. Watch me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel. Watch me, watch me. Watch me jewel, watch me ooh. I'm so fly, I'm so smooth. Mic check, I got the moves. Pull up in something that ain't got a roof. I'm so high, I'm on the moon. Whoa, they know I be chiefin'. And when I'm coming down the block, they know I be beatin'. Saucy got that drip, drip. Ayy, let's take a trip, trip. Ayy, water my neck, water. Water my wrist, wrist. Woo. I'm on the wish list. I'm so ahead of my time. Special delivery on me. Call me Amazon. Little buddy, what is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad, squad, squad. Know they gon' hate, do what I tell them. Get on your jaw, jaw, jaw. Work on smooth, I got the moves. I swear to God, God, God. Hey, I just dropped 200 on a new way. Pull up, put that in my boo thing. Pull up, got the party bouncing like the blue flame. Shout it back, can't stop my style when I jewel. Watch me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel. Watch me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel. Watch me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel. Watch me, watch me.
Hey, what's going on, 49er faithful? It's your boy Doug Williams, aka Chili Will. And are you excited? Are you excited? Because if you're not, there's something wrong with you. If you're faithful, there's something wrong with you. Because guess what, guys? It's happening. It's happening this weekend. The 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Ooh, and then you saw the title. You saw the title. I opened up with it. It's all about the vengeance this year. I know everybody's calling it the revenge tour, but that fizzled out last year because there was no revenge tour. Okay. Now it's all about the vengeance. It's personal, baby. It's personal. And man, it's gonna get pretty raw. So I'm really excited about this year. And guys, I'm so great to just have you. It seems like it's been a while. It seems like I haven't talked to you guys in quite a few days, So man, just looking to have some good fun. And also, apparently, a lot of our street squad are really busy tonight, got a lot of things going on and everything. But you know what? I want to be able to introduce, though, one of our special guests that's been with us before, and he was blessed to, bring his talents to the show once again. We want to welcome Niner Marcus G. We bring him on in. Marcus G, are you there? I don't see you, Marcus G. Are you there? Let me see. Let me check this here. Marcus G, are you there? Marcus, can you hear me? If so, for some reason, I think I lost you. Oh, yeah. I think he's going to check back in with us, guys. That's all right. That's all right. He'll be back with us in just a second. But anyway, guys, first of all, how's the faithful feeling right now? How are you guys feeling right now? If you're as excited as I am, man, I'm ready to get this thing started, man. I'm ready to get this thing started in a big old way. I'm telling you. So much to talk about and to cover as far as Niner news and everything. Like I said, come Sunday, the game against the Detroit Lions, man. And I'm happy and excited about it because, your boy is going to be heading down there, along with Niner Glow, Niner Monica. We're all going to head on out there to Detroit. this weekend. And so we'll head on out there. We're going to watch the boys play. And, we're going to be bringing, acting like fools, you name it. We're going to be having a great time because, we do what the faithful know how to do is cheer on our boys. It's just all about supporting and, having the backs of the red and gold. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, I'm just ecstatic, man. I'm so ecstatic and just crazy about the whole thing. I'm just like, oh man, so much happened. But first weekend. I mean, just think about it, guys. The NFL season technically starts tomorrow, right? You got the Thursday night football. I'm sure everybody's going to be watching, and that's why I'm on tonight because I'm on tomorrow night. Nobody's probably going to tune in till like after the game, but it's a night game. And let's see who's playing tomorrow night. Actually, let's see. I wrote it down here somewhere. I think it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Dallas Cowboys. Excuse me. So yeah, they're going to start it off tomorrow night, Thursday night football. How many of you guys are going to be watching, tuning in, and checking that out? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to watch little Tom Brady, see what this guy's, how this team's looking, the Super Bowl team. They're going to, the talk is about them trying to do the whole, back to back, and which I don't think is going to happen. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's going to happen. As great as Tom Brady is, no doubt this guy has, his record speaks for itself. I mean, when all the Super Bowls in New England, which was 6, and then winning in Tampa Bay after leaving New England, now he's got 7 to his credit. I mean, wow, that's an impressive resume. Very, very impressive resume. So with that said, hey, San Francisco 49ers, y'all. I mean, what do you think? So much happening. The roster's finally set, right? Got everybody lined up and who's starting and everything. And again, within the last week, little news and stuff which we'll talk about in a minute. But before we get started, just to cover a few formalities, would like you guys to make sure you hit the like button here. Help brother out, man. Let me get my banner. Let me get my banners going. But you got to hit the like button. And subscribe on YouTube, hit the notification bell, because that way, when we go live, you guys will know the fun's about to start. The party's about to start with the 49 Street Squad. That's right. And I might even try something a little new tonight because, I've been always thinking about, getting to see if I can get people to call in. So I figured, well, if I have enough viewers on, a good handful, then, hey, I'm going to put the number up, see if it works. I don't have anybody that's here to screen the calls for me or anything. So, hey, give it a shot in the dark and we'll give it a try and see what happens. But before we go on with that, let me try bringing my guy, Marcus G. Niner Marcus G. Oh, yeah, there. Marcus G, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
There you go. What's going on, Marcus?
We're doing well. Can't wait for the season to start officially tomorrow. Not us, but the season is starting tomorrow.
Yes, and I was just talking about that, man. Yeah, the New England Patriots. There I go. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady, of course. Yeah, going to play the Dallas Cowgirls. Right, Cowboys. I'm sorry. I said it again. The Cowboys. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Get started. Man, are you excited, Marcus? I mean, just tell me. Are you excited? I mean, can you just feel it right now? Can you just feel it happening?
Oh man, it feels good to actually get the season going again. Yeah, I mean, I missed it. I mean, who hasn't missed it? I mean, we're here because we enjoy the sport so well, and to have it actually officially start, and a combination of two great teams, really. Even though it is the Cowgirls, as we say, but looking at Dak and the boys. I mean, I play fantasy football too, so I got people in both teams right now too. So it makes it even more intriguing.
Right.
Both are offensive powerhouses. Tampa Bay actually does have a good defense. I actually picked him up in one of my leagues, so we'll see how much Dak can do with his boys against that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see the season get going.
I think Tampa Bay, obviously, I think they got a good chance. I mean, along with any team, if they stay healthy, good and darn well, you can see, Brady back in the playoffs. And I mean, this guy, like I said, with his resume, pretty scary dude to go up against. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he's the cooler of cool, and he just seems to go out there and find a way to, whenever his back is even against the wall, I mean, the guy just seems to deliver, and makes it happen and stuff. So, it's going to be exciting season. NFC team, the whole NFC side. I mean, there's a lot of teams I think to keep an eye on. Like I said, obviously our Niners. I think which we'll cover a little bit later. Going through the schedule. I think it kind of favors us in a good way. And then I think with the extra talent that we have this year, I think our guys have just as good a chance as Tampa Bay, if not better. I'm going to say they are. I'm going to say they're going to go all the way. Anyway. Oh man, I'm getting excited. I don't like to get too ahead of myself, but oh man, it's so hard not to. I'm going to be humble about it, I guess. I'm going to be humble for now. And but we'll see how the schedule goes. We'll just take it game by game, and let's just hope we're going to have a way better season than like the last couple of seasons, and our guys will be ready. They'll be ready and prepared. We got Detroit Lions now. Real quick about the Detroit Lions. Most people expecting us to be able to, I'm not gonna say just walk over these guys, but it should be a rather, light game. I don't want to say light game. I just want to say maybe not as one of the most competitive games of the schedule for the San Francisco 49ers. I heard their defense last year was ranked really low, so they didn't really have a great defense. I don't know how much they've done this year to adjust that or get more players or in position, and of course we all know that a good friendly person, a wonderful quarterback that we all know and love is Jared Goff. What got traded to Detroit Lions in place of Stafford, so not to now listen, Jared Goff to me, I mean, I know that we've had his number last couple of years. Obviously, we've played well against him, but not to take anything away. I think the guy is, I don't want to sit here and say I take him for granted. I mean, the guy, he's in a new team, a new system. We don't know if, he might flourish a little bit. He might feel, might be a good change of pace for him. I don't know. And he might come out balling a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't overlook this guy. I mean, he took the Rams to the Super Bowl and the playoffs. It seems like he's helped get the team up, first, second place in division. So if you ask me, I think and I think most people would agree that, hey, we own this guy. He's he's just a stepchild, but, I think you still got to kind of not overlook him and not get too excited, at least for me. I try not to, take for granted, but I don't know, Marcus, what do you think? How do you feel about the Niners going up against Detroit?
All right. Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Image is good. On my side,
the image looked like you paused on me a little bit, but I can hear you, so just go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Goff is going to be more exposed now. I think Goff was able to be hidden through McVay's offense and his McVay's strategy and this and that. So I think he's going to be exposed so badly, and he's not going to be as good as what people thought, as you alluded to earlier. He's a Super Bowl quarterback, but I don't think it was his doing. I just think it was a system he was in. And then Stafford was in a system that didn't really expose how good he is. So the Rams might be much better off and are better off, I think, in my opinion, with Stafford. And on the flip side, now the Lions are worse off with Goff. So not to take the opponent lightly, but I'm not scared of the Lions. I don't hear the roar of the Lions, so to speak, and I don't see the pride in the Lions, so to speak. So it should be a good game. But yeah, Goff does not seem to me he's going to be like a guy that we need to worry about anymore.
Okay. I think I kind of agree a lot with what you said. I think with the Niners defense, man, I think this year or this season we're going to be defense-wise, we're going to be probably deeper than ever. I think we're coming in with the best solid core defense than we've ever had, even during the Super Bowl year 2 years ago. I think we're a lot deeper, and because of what happened last year, losing a lot of players to injuries, that we got some good backup. You know what I mean? So hoping not to miss too much of a beat, you know, but with our guys all returning, looking good and healthy, I think easily the 49ers could be number one defense in the NFC this year. I mean, up there with Tampa Bay, perhaps, or even Washington Redskins. I think Redskins.
They're another team that's going to surprise people.
Yes, indeed. So, going to be exciting. It's going to be really exciting, and you know, man, first I got to also, we had the show tonight at 8:00. I usually have it at 7, but because of just things going on, because like I said, your boy's gonna be out of town, and I got a lot going on, so that's why we had a little bit later. And like I said, I apologize that the rest of the 49th Street Squad couldn't be joining us tonight because they got obligations and things to take care of too. So that's all right. But we look forward to having everybody back, especially after we whoop on these Detroit Lions, because it's gonna be a lot of fun talk, right? Right. Anyway, so what I wanted to do now was just real quick, talk a little bit of Niner news, some things that's just been happening that I, went through and jotted down. I think the first person that comes to my mind here, great player of the Niners, but I feel so bad for this guy because I feel like he gets treated like a stepchild on this team, but he's always with us. Dante Johnson, I mean, he was on the practice squad, and then he got released, right? Then he came back, and he's back on the roster, and then, Niners pick up somebody else, and they're like, okay, let's let Dante go. So he's released, and then he's put back on the practice squad again. So, I mean, way to hang in there, old Dante. But you know what? I just feel bad with some of these players. Like, some of these guys have been coming and going through. I mean, it's like a revolving door. These players are just, I mean, they got to make room or whatever because they keep picking up, new and other players, so somebody's got to go, so apparently, but Dante gets picked out a lot, man. I don't know but what's going on with that. But, oh, man. Let's see. So Dante Johnson. And also in the news again, of course, oh man, our boy Jalen Hurd, man. The coach was talking, Kyle Shanahan was talking today, and lost Marcus there. I think I lost your picture, Marcus. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I lost you there for a minute. Oh, we'll wait for Marcus to retune and come back on. Anyway, I'm sorry. Back to Jalen Hurd. So Jalen Hurd back in the news. Apparently, I think he's still dealing with a knee issue. He's and it looks like, according to Kyle Shanahan, what he said he said Jalen Hurd is a candidate for the IR, allowing him to be able to be more ready for the team per Kyle. So I'm like, more ready. I mean, the guy's been with us how long? 2-3 years, and he's not ready yet, and now he's got seems to be dealing with another issue with his knees. So I'm thinking like, man, what was going on with that? I was really excited. I mean, for a minute, it looked like Jalen Hurd was looking good. He was in practice. He looked like he was hanging tough on reps. He played in the third preseason game, so I think everybody was a little relieved to see him out there playing. And now you're kind of hearing, okay, he's still not like 100%. He's still dealing with knee tendonitis or something in his knees, and so we can only hope that maybe he'll get over this injury, and that hopefully that he'll get better. So, Faithful, I know you guys, I got a few guys watching, just tell me in comments what you feel. How do you feel about Jalen Hurd? I mean, do you think this guy, I mean, I don't know, do you give him his walking papers, I mean, do you give him one of these? That's what I want to know. Do you get one of these and just send him walking? All right, just cut him. All right. Or do we just like, let's try to keep him around because we know how much of a player that he is. He kind of brings a Swiss Army knife of sorts of positions and things that he can do, and I don't know, but it looks like a good opportunity for Travis Benjamin to come on up now. He's on the practice squad, so I'm imagining that's probably most likely going to happen between now and Sunday. Hurd will be on the IR, and Travis Benjamin will be hopefully promoted up to the starting squad to be with the Niners. Okay, so we'll stay tuned for that, and we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Also, in Niner news, apparently recently, Niners have signed linebacker Nate Jerry to the team's practice squad, and they had released offensive lineman Corbin Kafusi. So I do not know much about linebacker Nate Jerry. Let's see. Let's check with our guy Marcus G. He's back. Let's see how well. Let's see if we got him back in. Okay, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. You're looking good now.
All right.
Right on. I don't know if you've been hearing me running my mouth and everything on Niner News and stuff.
No, it's all good content. It's all good content. It's all good.
Yeah, I was touching on real quick, get your opinion too on Jalen Hurd. Apparently, he's from what the Kyle Shanahan was on video today talking to the press, and he said that apparently Jalen Hurd is a candidate for the IR. Allowing him to get more ready for the season. So I was just saying, like, how much more ready does the guy need? I mean, he's been on the team for like 2 or 3 years. He still hasn't been ready, and still fighting through some problems. What do you think about that?
So is the IR this year the same IR as pre-COVID rules? Does IR put him for what, 6 weeks, 8 weeks out now? I feel like last year IR was like 4 weeks.
I think it's knocked down to 3 or 4 weeks. I think when I was with the other guys, I don't know if it was Justin or one of the guys or David. One of them brought it up and said it wasn't the same as last time. Before it was 6.
Yeah,
but I think they knocked down like 3.
So we kept him on the. So he was initially part of the 53-man roster, and then what we released Kelvin Benjamin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I thought Kelvin Benjamin had a spot because we also dropped, was it Richie James as well? So
I'm sorry, Travis Benjamin.
Travis Benjamin. Okay. Sorry about that. I get those two mixed up. But yeah, so Travis Benjamin, I think Richie James too were both cut, which I thought they were going to be our punt kick returner / could fill in as wide receiver. And then when they were cut, I thought, okay, that means Hurt. Jalen's going to be part of it. So it kind of confuses me now that we cut these guys and now we're going to put this guy on IR, meaning we can pick someone back up into the roster, which I don't know if that spot's been filled yet either. And if it'll be a wide receiver. But it's almost like we've spent so much time and hoping for it and it's never come to fruition.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I was hoping for this kid, but man, I think you just gotta let this guy go. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he'll maybe if he is on the IR, he'll maybe after 3 weeks he'll see where he's at. I mean, if he doesn't come back, if he can't make a comeback after that, or at least 6 weeks, I think the Niners just need to let this brother go. I'm sorry. Yep. Heard nothing personal, bro, but man, hey, I'd rather have somebody that's ready to go, that's on the roster, ready to get out there on the field and produce. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing no justice to the team and the roster, taking up space. If you just can't be out there, if you can't go out there, you can't perform. You're just not. You're not helping the situation any. And yep. I'm sorry. Like they say, NFL not for long. You either get your act together.
Yeah, and I see our comment from Monica up there on the screen too about needs to stay healthy. And that's been a big issue, not just with Jalen, but to the whole Niner team, as we can see from last season. So whatever it is, all around, we need to stay healthy.
Exactly.
Him included and all others. I mean, that's going to be the biggest issue, the biggest reason why we succeed or don't succeed is the health issue, because we do have all the parts. Exactly. And we have one of the greatest minds running the team. So, and now it's a health issue, if anything, plus or minus.
Exactly. Niners assigned linebacker Nate Jerry to the team's practice squad and released offensive lineman Corbin Kafusi. So this linebacker, Nate Jerry, he's from the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know much about him. I don't know how good he is or what he brings to the table, but he's on our practice squad. So obviously they feel the need for having a little more linebacker help, just in case, So welcome to the team, Nate. And let's talk about the biggest news here. I think which happened, I want to say over the weekend, last Friday. Return of Josh Morgan. Well, not return to the Niners, but I guess he was playing with the Buffalo Bills last season, and now I don't know, they cut him loose for whatever reason. So the Niners Josh Morgan picked up his contract, and so it's just a 1-year deal. And it looks like he will give us a little cornerback depth, in the backfield. And I don't know, what do you feel about that?
You mean Josh Norman, right? Norman?
Is it Norman? I have Morgan. Correct me, somebody, if I'm wrong. I thought it was Josh Morgan. Is it Norman?
Yeah, I think it's All Pro Josh Norman.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Josh Norman.
Yep. Yeah. So when I saw that, I
must have been writing fast notes.
Yep. No, I think it's a good addition. I mean, we're hate to say it, we're picking at veterans. I mean, it's a tough position to grab veterans at. I mean, we got Verrett from the Chargers. Now we have Norman from Washington. I forget where he was at before that. I mean, we took Sherman from the Seahawks at the time, and it feels like we're filling that gap with veterans, which is good. But at that position, you need quick players. Even though their mind's right, I mean, if they can't compete at that level of a wide receiver one, it's going to do us a disservice and put us in a position where we can't be successful. So my only thing is hoping he's still at his full potential.
Yeah, exactly.
So they signed him to the 1-year deal. I think they want to just kind of size him up against what they have and see if he can do better than what they currently have. Which with the 1-year deal, I can see that happening. I mean, I can see why they want to do that. But now he has to perform and make sure we're in a good position to be successful in our new defensive scheme with the new defensive coordinator. So hopefully the defense coordinator sees something that I don't see, and he probably does because he's paid a little bit more money than I get to watch them play.
Exactly. You know what? Well, I think it was a personal kind of choice pick by Kyle because, like you said, he played for Washington Redskins, and I think Kyle Shanahan was coaching there at the time. So he's very familiar with him. He's familiar with his gameplay and stuff. And I mean, I like the guy. I remember when he played North Carolina. I want to say it was the Panthers. And he was this was like, I want to say 2015. He was balling, man. I love the guy. Actually, I thought this kid, because, he was like, he's the kind of dude that, he's going to talk the talk, man. And he was able to back it up, at least back then. And I really thought this guy was a real, great cornerback. And I always thought, like, man, if we get our hands on someone like that, in our team, because at the time we were kind of hurting for some good, cornerbacks, right? So, he then later left. The Panthers, went to Washington, played for them, I think 3 or 4 years, I guess, and then he went to play for Buffalo last year, and so made some good. I remember looking at his numbers; looked pretty good when he was with Buffalo, but he's not the same, Josh Norman that we're used to seeing. I think might have lost a step or two. I mean, he's older than Sherman. He's like 33 years old, and I think he's going to be around 34.
It's funny that we say 32 is old.
Yeah. Well, football age old. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, I'm sitting here wondering to myself, like, maybe, do you think if what didn't happen with Sherman and his whole situation when he, went off the handle, and maybe if he had kept his nose clean, do you think that the Niners would have, if he wasn't picked up by somebody, you think he might have been an option that they would have considered bringing back if I guess money was right or anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely think the organization would have kept him, Uncle Sherm, as they call him, in the locker room.
Uncle
so he has that veteran presence. Like, who wouldn't want that type of person in your locker room molding these younger DBs. But you're right. So the outside influence affects what they can do, make sure they're saving face in the whole world of things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, unfortunately, they're not going to do anything with him right now, just because it's kind of like a Deshaun Watson type thing. It's like, let's not touch that right now because we don't know, how hot that stove is over there. So don't touch it because you're going to burn yourself. If you do, make sure everything plays out right. But going back earlier, what you said about Josh Norman being a Redskin or a Washington football team player is getting used to that. So yeah, Shanahan's done that a few times with even Trent Williams. He realizes what was working with me when I was one of the good offensive coordinators. I mean, he still is a good offensive-minded person, but yeah. So Trent Williams, Josh Norman. There's probably a couple other people he picked at. I mean, we talked about Kirk Cousins a while. Was it last year or 2 years ago about maybe get Kirk Cousins here because Shanahan knew Cousins knew Shanahan's offense. So there's a lot to that argument that you brought up about bringing in some Washington football team players because they know Shanahan's system and can run it well.
Right. Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, these guys do have, you think, a good rapport with Kyle Shanahan because they worked with him before, and that they could, help benefit their game maybe back to where it was at one time. I know that Josh Norman, I think he went through. I think when he was with Washington, he did go through some injuries. I think that held him out a little bit. So I think that was sort of like a little bit of. I don't necessarily want to say downfall, but where he just started, kind of maybe taking a few steps backwards. I mean, he was he wasn't that scary cornerback that everybody was afraid to go against anymore, It's funny because
that we remember.
Yeah, and what's crazy funny is that when I was just happened to be watching before we came on NFL Network, and that guy from Tennessee Titans, running back Derek Henry?
King Henry,
yeah.
Yep.
Man, he ran this sweep, man, and who comes running up on him, man? My man Norman, and man, Derek just like he
laid him out,
gave him a stiff arm, and pushed him, and I mean he goes flying out the side. I'm going, oh my goodness, man, this we got to look forward to with Josh, man. I mean, my man gonna be able to make some plays, or he gonna get pushed around like a punk. You know what I mean? I mean, geez.
That's less about Norman. That's more about King Henry. I mean, he opposes people.
Yeah, Henry's definitely a beast. He's definitely a beast.
I'm glad I picked up one of my fantasy leagues.
There you go. So also that Kyle had announced today officially, he said that he announced the new team captains.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes,
7 of them
did
this
you see
year.
That? The official team captains, which are 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Starting with linebacker Mr. Fred Warner. Team captain. And then you got our guy, quarterback, Jimmy G, team captain. And the people's tight end, Mr. George Kittle.
Yep, 4th time.
Yep. And full safety, Mr. Jimmy Ward. It's going to be captain. And Mr. Silverback, offensive tackle, Trent Williams, a big boy on the left. It's going to be a captain. And let's see, defensive lineman, Eric Armstead. And the running back, Raheem the Speed Mostert. Those are the captains for the 2021 49ers. San Francisco 49ers. And again, we are on the vengeance tour, man. We are on the vengeance tour. We are coming back with a vengeance. Right, Marcus?
Yeah, I mean, I love watching that clip. I love watching that clip of Kittle, bittersweet, when Kittle says, "We'll be back. We'll be back."
Yeah,
and knowing he is the driving force, he is the catalyst, he is the voice of the locker room. He's our 4th time captain. So you got someone like that knows what he has as a team, knows what the team is capable of. He's going to help them as a captain, just as a player on the team in general, rise to the expectation, the potential that we do have. So. I mean, I'm super stoked about this Vengeance Tour. I'm excited that what we can do, and I love getting the chip on our shoulder about, people aren't going to recognize us until we do, what we did in 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it still took, even though we're 11-0 at that time, people still were non-believers. So.
Oh yeah. They still don't even believe in us right now. They still think I don't know. It's funny just watching these guys, sports analysts, thinking like, all these teams who they think that are going to really do something, and I'm not here, I'm not really, I guess in some sense I am hearing, some people pick Niners to go to Super Bowl, but but when I watch these shows, football programs, ESPN, NFL Network, ain't nobody looking at the Niners, man. The name ain't even coming out their mouths. And I like it that way because I'm just like, you know what? Because we're going to come back and bite y'all right in the butt like we did 2 years ago when y'all counted us out and thought we weren't going to make it, because our defense unleashed terror on everybody. It was game over, and I think the same is going to happen.
As I tell my athletes, it's better to be the hunter rather than the hunted. So we are the hunter, not the hunted.
That's right. Exactly. And we are coming for the hunt. Speaking of hunting, it looks like also they were interviewing our guy, new Captain Fred Warner. And someone had asked him, well, what's your guys' new, motto thing this year? Is the Hot Boys, before a couple of years ago, it was the Hot Boys, and, kind of had all these cool special names. And he was kind of like, we'll just go by what, what's his name? DeMeco Ryans' motto. His theme was the Swarm. So the defense swarm, and they said, what's the swarm mean? What's that mean? They said special worth ethic and relentless mindset. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming from the defensive coach. So he knows what he has. He knows his team and what he has. And you know what? That's what everybody just might see is a relentless defense getting after it, boy. Because I'm telling you, we, like you said, we're going to be the hunters this year. We're going to be hunting for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. So real quick, let's see here. Let me, everybody stay tuned into the show because I kind of got a little surprise that I want to share with the faithful out there, with my crowd, my little small crowd that's out watching right now. I love y'all. But stay tuned to the end of the show because I got a little special announcement to share, So real quick, Marcus, wanted to go through the San Francisco 49ers schedule and get your prediction, first of all, just on the season, win and loss, and we'll kind of go through the games. I guess, first of all, let's just go by game. Let's see what we don't agree, right? All right, so game one, San Francisco taking on Detroit Sunday. Win or loss? What do you think?
To me, I hate to be cocky, but I think that's an easy dub. We have all our pieces right now, and I think Goff is in a system where he's not going to be as successful as he looked before. Our defense will overpower pretty much, and then Detroit Lions defense still is, backpedaling as I hope every other defense will be with what we saw in the preseason. They don't know whether to game plan for a Lance, Garoppolo, which really is, I think it's both now that Shanahan showed a little bit more cards. So all around is, I think defenses are going to be a little bit more stressed for ideas of what to do. So I think it's going to be a fairly easy win for us. What about you, Doug?
I strongly agree. Not to take nothing for granted, but like I said, you're looking at Detroit Lions defense that was pretty much next to last, I think, last year. So the defense is just horrible. I don't think it's improved a whole lot. Again, I haven't been up on much of the news as far as who they brought in or whatever, but I did hear news that I think that might be a key player or two that's dealing with the COVID issue or something too. So I don't know if they're going to have, a lot of the best guys out playing. So I think they're just going to be in trouble. I'm just going to say San Francisco. So yeah, I'm going to say 1-0 right there. Moving on to game two. We're going to Philadelphia. The home of
city of brotherly love.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? What's your takes on that one? Philadelphia. Now we lost to them last year, right? Yeah. We owe them. It's from payback, man.
Yes, yeah. One that was also one of those games that was in the bank, so to speak. And it's Jalen Hurts. That's their starting quarterback now, correct?
I heard that. Well, I've heard that he's not going to get the start. They're going to go with the guy who's oh gosh, what's his name? I just had it in my mind. He's not going to start though, from what I last read. But who's to say that could change him depending on how the game's going? Who knows? I don't know what the coach might do, but I heard he won't start.
Okay, I was assuming Jalen Hurts was starting, and he's one of those mobile quarterbacks that usually give us a tough time, like a Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson type of player that we hurt with defensively. But I still feel like there'll be enough mistakes on their end. We'll be able to prevail. It won't be an easy win, but it will be a win for us, in my opinion, because we're able to fine tune what we are capable of, as opposed to them being a little bit more reckless of what they have.
Okay. Yeah, I feel also. I think the Niners. I think this actually could be a good little game, but I feel the Niners will pull this one out. Because they're going to stay on the East Coast, so the everybody should be well adjusted to the time and ready to play these guys. So I think with us, I don't know. I think with us, the defense coming in this year, both of being back, D Ford, it's going to make a world of difference. And along with everybody else, that's coming along that we didn't even have last year. So I say we're getting a little revenge back on Philadelphia. So I say Niners pull this one out. So it'll be 2-0. Next game is where it's gonna catch on fire. It's gonna be the first home game against the Green Bay Packers. What do you think?
So yeah, this is the one I circled on my schedule as the one that is going to be a toss up of who can win. Aaron Rodgers did all he did over the off season and made this big old splash about coming back or not coming back. So I think he has a lot to prove, and he's proven that he can be successful against the Niners. So the fact that it's at home though gives me the advantage that we could take it, but I've betted too much against Aaron Rodgers and got burned. He's probably the greatest quarterback. One of the greater quarterbacks of this generation, if not the second best, in my opinion. And we know who the first one is, I hope. So it will be a close one. Unfortunately, I think for some reason the Packers take this one.
So you saying the Packers come in and upset us at Levi?
Yes.
Now this is a primetime game. This is 5:20 pregame. This is gonna be like national game.
Yeah, which kind of adds to my point. I think Aaron Rodgers is a better primetime quarterback than what we currently have.
No, wow. Okay.
At this moment. So faithful, don't feel like I'm a Niner hater right now. I'm just saying at the moment.
No, it's all good. I mean, that's why we talking this out and trying to figure out win losses. But personally, I feel that I'm just gonna keep it simple. I think the Niners they're gonna come in pumped up. This is going to be the first game in front of the home crowd, the Niner Empire, the Niner faithful, boy. And I'm just telling you, I think it's going to be wreckage for Aaron Rodgers is going to be in big trouble because he's going to face a defense like you saw in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That's just going to constantly put pressure. Because, Aaron Rodgers, he's not like the most mobile guy. I mean, he can scurry a little bit, you know what I mean? But he's more of a pocket guy. He doesn't if he doesn't have to, but when he finds himself usually on the run, he's not very good. He's not like a big play, not like your Mahomes type of guy that's going to make big plays when he's on a run. But I think he's going to see a lot of defense. Yeah, I mean, I can't help but just feel the Niners going to be too focused to lose this game. I mean, so I think they go in there, they win it, and I think they take it to Green Bay Packers. They're going to be pumped for this one. So I say they win this one.
All right, I definitely agree with that, and I hope for that. it's kind of like you brought up the NFC Championship game. It's kind of like a boxing match. Whoever hits them in the face, hits them in the chin first, and that's what we did. I mean, if we can hit them.
Hey, Green Bay had no answers for us. I mean, we were that. I mean, they had no defense against the run. All the touchdowns were running. I think running touchdowns.
Mostert,
right? He ran like all over the place. They had no kind of defense against the run.
200 plus yards. So yeah, if we can hit them early and get that lead, Packers aren't good coming from behind. But if it's a drag them out, beat them down type of game, unfortunately Aaron Rodgers is better for that type of game. But yeah, if we hit them first and tack on points early,
punch them in the mouth.
Yeah, and that's my hope. But
and I don't know. I just feel that I think Green Bay Packers, I mean, as good as the team that they are, not to take nothing away from Aaron Rodgers, because I mean the guy is obviously, he's one of the top tier QBs in the league today, no doubt. And he's been with this team, since he was drafted. So, I mean, he knows everybody, inside out. I mean, but you saw how Tampa Bay even went in there in their own home field and handled them because they just could not handle a defense. And Tampa Bay brought the defense, man. And I just feel that Green Bay struggles against really great defenses. So I'll just put it like that. And that's why I feel that Niners, I think, should pull this one out. Okay, next one. Gets real crazy. Now, we got the Seattle Seahawks coming into Levi Stadium to play the Niners. 1:00 game, regular game. What do you think about this one?
I'm more confident about this one than the Packers. So I'm going with a W on this one. The fact that it is home and that we will finally have figured things out by now in week 4. So we'll have fine-tuned things. I think week 1 and week 2 are dress rehearsals. Week 3, almost that we're focusing on week 3 so much. But by the time week 4 comes around, we have kind of done all our dress rehearsals and we're well prepared for this game. It won't be an easy one, but being at home, I give the advantage. I'm thinking a Russell Wilson interception at the end to seal the deal for us.
Ooh, man. So you're saying this is going to be like
write that down so when it happens.
I'm taking notes. Okay, so you're saying this is going to be like a right down to the end grinder, and you're right, because every time the Niners play the Seahawks, I don't know what it is with these Seahawks, but they're just like that one team that seems to just play as good. Even when they don't play good against other teams, they look pitiful, But when we get together with the Niners and the Seahawks, it's always an interesting game, man. I mean, it's kind of like, whoa, And so, man, this one was kind of hard for me. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling. Obviously, Niners are definitely going to lose.
Oh,
if not this game, it'll be the next Seahawks game. So I'm going to just say, Niners win. I'm going to say Niners win this game. And like you said, but it's going to come down to one of those crazy endings. Yeah. So no, this first game here at Levi, I think the Niners will pull this one out. But it's going to be a nail biter. It's going to be a close one. Okay, so
we'll all be screaming at the TV for sure.
Yeah, I'll be screaming at them for sure at Levi because
you'll be there.
My damn mind. Oh yeah.
Yes.
So next game after that is going to be 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. Now, what do you think about that one?
So when I mapped this whole thing out, I figured, we'll probably lose 2 non-divisional games, being the Packers, one of them, and then one later that we'll talk about. And then I figured 2 divisional games we'll lose. And I figured the away games at Arizona would be one of them, and then at the Seahawks. So unfortunately, I'm not as confident as I'd like to be. Obviously, I'd want to win, but for some reason, kind of like the start of last year when we all went to your guys' place and hopeful of a week 1 opening W, but we didn't get it. We just did not finish the job. We had every opportunity to finish it, but didn't. And nothing has really changed since that game. I mean, we'll still have all the parts
Okay.
from last year. And then Kyler Murray is very elusive to us. Hopefully having Bosa back and Armstead there, another captain we just talked about earlier in the show. So hopefully they can get in him. But, I mean, if we don't, like, knock him down early, he might just have free range of doing what he does, which scares me. And that's what I think might be the difference is he is not rocked early in the game where he can just do what he does. And that is the deciding factor. Home field advantage, in my opinion, is the deciding factor on this decision, really. But we got that when we were back at home.
Yeah, I feel the 49ers, I don't know why, but I think after coming off a big game with the Seahawks that they'll probably win very closely within probably 3 or so points. I think might come into Cardinals feeling a little fatigued, maybe not quite as focused as you want them to be. And again, this is a 50. I feel like you too. I feel that they're going to lose at least 2 of these division games.
Yep.
And Arizona, for some reason, these guys, they beefed up their defense a little bit. They got Watt now, and they picked up a couple other good players. And so, they're going to be bringing the pressure, so this is where things get interesting for me with Jimmy G, and whether, depending on how well he plays, and if, who knows, maybe we see a little Trey Lance too. But I have a feeling Niners just come up short for some reason in this game. I don't know why, even though last time they did meet, Niners took it to them because I think they were really focused and they, came in and just blasted them. But, I think, though, that this is going to be the one game I'm going to say they're going to take their first loss against Arizona. So, yeah.
All right.
So after that, the Niners have the bye week. And I even know we're coming up on it's almost an hour already. We'll have to go through the rest of these rather quickly.
Okay.
Let's see. So they got the bye week, and next they're going to play week 7. They go, the Colts are coming to the 49ers. What do you think about that one?
So we talked about earlier about us losing to the Eagles last year, and who was the quarterback for the Eagles at that time? Was
quarterback
Carson
for the
Wentz.
Eagles? Carson Wentz, yeah.
Carson Wentz, who is now the quarterback of the Colts now. So
that's right.
Carson Wentz has unfortunately done some damage against us. But I don't think the Colts themselves at this point are going to be good enough to beat us. Even though Carson Wentz has shown the ability to do it, I don't think he has all the right parts and is going to have figured it all out yet, or we will be much better than what the Colts put on the field. For us, it will be a win at Levi Stadium.
Okay, a win, and I agree. So I also feel the Niners. I think it's going to be a good game, and I think the Niners it's going to be close. I think I wouldn't be surprised for some reason. I see us kind of coming back in this one. I think we might not, for whatever reason, start out so great, but I think we find the way and come back close to near the end of the game. Find a way to get back in the game and win it. So I'm going to say the Niners will beat the Colts in that game.
All right, I agree.
Okay, next is now then they go on the road to Chicago. Get to play Mr. Justin Fields.
Yeah, and we'll see if Justin Fields.
Well, if he's even starting. I don't even know for sure if he's starting. But, Niners at Chicago. What do you think?
Yeah, so by then, I still don't know. I mean, maybe Andy Dalton has saved his job by then, has not, and now Fields comes in. So that might be a deciding factor of what happens. I think if Andy Dalton's still playing, we will win easily in Soldier Field. But if it's like the first week Justin Fields is the starter, I think our DC, Demeco, right? Demeco is his name? Our DC might not be well prepared for a Justin Fields start that week. So it's very circumstantial about what happens. But as is, I see us beating the Chicago Bears unless it's like a Justin Fields first week start and we're not prepared because we don't have enough film on him. We're not prepared enough, and he just runs all over us.
Yeah, you're right. That's some good points. I think you really hit on the nose there. This is going to be an interesting game. We always have the hardest time going against these these quarterback / running backs that and Justin Fields, man, I can't help but feel it's going to be a little personal with this guy.
Because he got passed over.
And he's going to want to, I think he's going to want to prove a little something. So, but man, this is it's a 10 o'clock game. So, let me see some. Did I look at the schedule right? 7 weeks, 7 week 8. Yeah. Man, this one I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna say I'm just gonna say I don't know. I say Niners might lose this one.
Okay.
I don't know why.
It's okay to say that.
I feel like a close game, but I can't put my finger on it. But I think they might lose this game. I don't know why. I think you're right. Justin Fields might get the best of this guy if he's playing by then. I have a feeling he will be. But I think so.
If it's Andy Dalton, if it's Andy Dalton, we win. If it's Justin Fields, it's going to be pretty close. It's like that coin flip that you're kind of going back and forth.
There's something going to be crazy about this game. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, but
or like write this one down too. Justin Fields comes out starting quarterback at halftime after Dalton has a worst game of his career, and then they come back. I can see something like that happening too.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna take the loss on that one. I'm just gonna say it. I think that was one of the games I don't know why. Just let's move on. Now we go back. Let's see, Cardinals at the 49ers. What do you think?
Yep. So this is another coin flip for me. So the fact that we're home, I take the win, and that's why I gave us the loss in week 5 because it was in Arizona. So for me, it's a win because I conceded the loss away.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say the Niners pull this one out. So I think they split one with the Cardinals.
Yep.
I think because they'll be upset because they lost the first game, so they'll be a little more amped about this game, and they'll be more prepared to stop Mr. Little Murray. But I still believe it'll be a close game too. I think it's going to be a good battle. Next one, Rams at 49ers. The new revamped Rams with Stafford as quarterback.
Yeah, Stafford's an amazing quarterback. I mean, there's talks that the Niners were on the top 3 of his list of teams he would only go to. Rams being number 1. I think Niners were 2, maybe 3, which I'm okay that we didn't get him because now we have this nice little 1-2 punch that defenses have to be prepared. That being said, I'm not afraid of the Rams this year. For some reason, I'm not afraid. They lost Cam Akers as a running back. I don't think they have that running back backfield that's going to make them be dangerous to a defense. And I think our defensive line in front and DBs will be able to take care of what Stafford has to offer. He's going to be a one-man show without a good running back.
Okay. I think let's see. I think I'm just gonna say Niners because I feel like we just got the Rams numbered, man. It's simple as that, and we just take it to them. So again, though, I think it will be a good game. I don't think they run away with it, but I think the Niners is going to be pumped for this, and they're going to be ready for the Rams. It's going to be a good game. Next one is 49ers at Jacksonville Jaguars with the new improved number 1 draft pick quarterback. What's his name again? I forgot his name.
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah,
Lawrence. There you go.
Trevor Lawrence is going to be a great quarterback in this league, but I don't think he's figured out yet in Week 11. Just like Joe Burrow last year. Joe Burrow was a good stats quarterback, but not a good winning quarterback last year. I think the same thing for Trevor Lawrence. He's going to be a good quarterback that gets you the stats, but not the wins. So Week 11, by the time we see them, I don't think they figured it out yet. I know it's in Jacksonville, but Shanahan has the boys ready for all away games. He does a good job of putting them in the right position where they get used to the climate. In this case, all the humidity and heat that they're going to see in Jacksonville. So they'll be practicing that week. leading up to it, so they'll be well prepared.
Yeah, I agree. I think Niners will be ready for this. Again, humidity and the weather could be an issue, but you know what? When I saw the Niners play Tampa in the Super Bowl season, and I was out there, it was hot, muggy. It was like, ugh. But Niners seemed like they were handling it pretty well, so they looked pretty fresh out there. Them guys were hustling and doing their thing, so don't think they're gonna have trouble this time. So yeah, I think they're gonna beat the Jaguars.
All right.
The next one, the Big Purple Eaters, Vikings are coming to the 49ers.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So Uncle Phil, if you're here listening, I'm sorry. Your team's not getting the W. The Niners are taking the W here. We have Kirk Cousins' number. We know everything about him. So
yeah, I agree.
It's not going to be a tough game for us, in my opinion. We'll win fairly easy, in my opinion, especially home game. And really, I think at this point, the Vikings don't really have as many weapons as they think they have. I know Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, but I don't think Jefferson and Thielen are going to be as good as we've seen in years prior. So they're going to be a one-man show with Dalvin Cook. And I think our defense will take care of the run game. Therefore, putting Kirk Cousins in a position where he has to beat us, which he won't be able to.
Yeah, I feel the same. I think we just got the Vikings number. And like you said, I think Kyle just knows Cousins so well, knows how to plan and play against him. And I know the defense will be ready. And not to say that there are any pushovers. I think that they could make a game of it, but I think Niners definitely will prevail at the end somehow, some way. So I say that's definitely a win. The next game, 49ers go up to Seattle to play Mr. Wilson. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, like I said earlier, this is one of the two divisional games I'm conceding just due to away games. So the away game in Arizona and this away game in Seattle, I'm going to concede a loss. No real rationale other than I feel like we're going to lose two divisional games, and these are the two divisional games I think that would make the most sense to lose. So no rhyme or reason other than there's two games they're going to lose, and this is one of the ones that would make sense to lose an away game. Mm-hmm. We can still win it, of course. Obviously, that's why we play the game. But with that being said, of the games that we could lose, this is the most likely game to lose as a divisional road game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I say San Francisco will, again, I think it's going to be a close battle. It will probably look like we're whipping their butts, but that Dan Wilson, I think, will somehow, some way get lucky, find a way to just win this one. So I think we split one again with the Seahawks, and I think we'll lose against the Seahawks up in Seattle this year. Next game will be, let's see, 13. Where are we at?
Week 14 at Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati Bengals, early game out there. After coming off to Seattle, so they go on the road. They head out to Cincinnati. What do you think?
I think they're still Cincinnati. So,
yeah.
I mean, I hate to belittle the opponent.
Go ahead, man. Belittle all you want.
But I mean, they have some good names out there. They have Joe Burrow, obviously. The running back Mixon is still. We don't know yet. We'll see what happens. I mean, week 14, he might have figured it out by now. But they have three good receivers there. They have Higgins returning. They have Boyd returning. They just drafted Jamar Chase, Burrow's teammate. So actually, they're a pretty good-looking team. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to surprise a lot more people, but they're not going to surprise our Niners, in my opinion. The Niners will go there and just take care of business and let Burrow make enough mistakes that we take advantage of.
Agree. I think Niners going there. Could be a little tough on them because, they're going to be on the road. They're flying up to Seattle. And then from there, they're going to obviously go out to Cincinnati, Ohio. So I don't know how much the road travel will play into this, but it could be a little tough on them. So I think it's going to be a good game. Man, I think I'd say Niners going to pull that one out.
All right.
Next week they got the Falcons at the 49ers. The Falcons.
An
What do you
old
think?
an old Shanahan team. When I
Mhm.
saw this on the schedule, I'm not fearful of the Falcons. For some reason, I feel like they've got a wing clipped, so to speak. I don't think they have that same fierceness in their team. So I know Matt Ryan's still there. They lost Julio Jones. They have a couple other people that, really I can't really name. No big names there. And it's at home too. So I think we get the victory there pretty easily.
Well, this says Niners are winning all the games. How you go, girl? All right.
Oh, going 17-0. Okay, Liz.
17-0, first time since, well, I don't know what, Miami? I don't know. Oh, well, maybe the Patriots, actually.
Well, technically,
All right.
interesting. Like no team has ever gone 17-0 in the regular season because it's the first year of
The
17
first year, right?
regular season.
Exactly.
So we could be the first, Liz, and we heard it from you first. So
That's right. Liz calling it. All right. So yeah, my take on this is interesting because when we played Atlanta last time we played Atlanta, I mean they came in and really whooped on. I mean they abused us. Like I don't know. We looked like we just weren't ready to play Atlanta Falcons. And I don't know if it was because they just knew Kyle Shanahan and his game so well that they just looked so prepared for us. So man, but I'm hoping and I'm hoping and praying that if our defense is well, healthy, and intact, we should be able to beat these guys and pay them back. So I'm going to say Niners on that one.
Yeah, I remember 2 years ago that game when Julio Jones caught it at the goal line.
Yeah, remember?
So
that was crazy.
So knowing that Julio Jones isn't there, knowing that play won't happen again.
Oh yeah, Julio's gone. That's right. He got he went to
the next game, right? Next week. He's the week after now for the Titans.
Titans. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say.
Next week.
Yeah. 49ers at the Titans. Now, this to me, I think. Well, go ahead. I'll go ahead first on this one. I think because the Titans are a pretty strong team, man. These guys are good defense. They obviously got a great running back with Derrick Henry, and they got that same mental running kind of style to their game. They really depend on their run a lot, and I think these guys might give the Niners a loss here. So I'm going to say Niners lose this one.
All right.
Plus, it's on the road too. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do agree with you. When I was looking at the schedule, this is another one I circled as a loss, a non-divisional loss. The first one being the Packers. This one being our second and only non-divisional loss. And we just talked about that in the previous week about the Falcons and Julio Jones being with the Titans. I just feel like Julio Jones come back to haunt us with some end of the game catch. But I think Titans are probably one of the better, if not the best team in the AFC this year. With King Henry, Tannehill, he just got back off the COVID list. They have Julio Jones there. They have AJ Brown. I mean, they're a well-rounded team coached by Vrabel.
Mm-hmm.
So this is I think could be a preview of a Super Bowl game. Yep, you heard it here. Preview of Super Bowl game right here.
Ooh, preview of a Super Bowl game. All right, Marcus G calling it already, man. Okay, then the next game, week 17, the Texans at 49ers.
Those Texans have nothing left in them. They made a horrible trade of D-Hop 2 seasons ago for David Johnson, who is, I think, practice squad now. Deshaun Watson's not even there anymore for obvious reasons that we talked about earlier in the show. This is an easy win. Nothing more to say.
Okay, and I agree with you. I'll keep that short. And again, the last game of the season, which I think could be a real big game for the 49ers and the Rams, because I have a feeling these are going to be the two teams that might be going at it head-to-head for the division title. And, man, I still feel that we owe these guys pretty good, but I have a feeling that they're going to be up and ready for us this game. Because it's at their house, And I see this game being close, and I think the Rams will beat the Niners in this game.
Wow. All right. Interesting. So, yeah, I agree. This game will come down to who wins the division, but I don't think it's with the Rams. I feel like it's with the Cardinals this year. I feel like the Cardinals are going to be the ones that we need to win this game to get a better record over Arizona Cardinals for the division. I still feel Kyle Shanahan, as being the coach that groomed McVay, still has McVay's number. Always saw the past 2 seasons as McVay's offense has not done anything against us. So,
right. I hope I'm wrong.
Me too. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right all the time.
You know what? Actually, looking at the schedule, I think I might be tripping here for a minute because I think for some reason I thought I had them down maybe losing against the Rams. So it might be the game, maybe the Rams when they come and play us here in Levi, and I think we'll beat them at the end of the season, maybe for a division title. That's what I'm going to try. That's what I'm trying to say.
To the good side here.
I think I'm going to change that up. I want to change that up. But I have a feeling we will lose one game against the Rams.
Ooh.
This year.
For some
hopefully
reason,
not. But
for this season, I'm not scared of the Rams. I don't see Rams as a factor. I feel when I looked at the schedule, I feel like the Cardinals and Seahawks road games were going to be the harder ones. Rams, I think a sweep, and then home games against everyone else, we're going to win. But
this is going to be just like
I think Stafford and the Rams could do it yet.
This could be like the 2019 season. Remember, we had to go up to Seattle and beat Seattle to win the division.
Yeah, with our boy Dre Greenlaw.
With naming rights. So that's why I feel this is going to be sort of a repeat, but with the Rams. And we're going to go into the Rams at the end of the year and beat them. That's what I think is going to happen. There's going to be another close. I think it's going to be a close game. So, with that being said, so I think that chalks up my whole season. I think they will go, if I got it right, 13-4.
Yep, I did too. We agreed on
13-4.
A loss to the Titans. We agreed on a loss to the Rams. I think I said Packers. You did not say Packers.
No,
and then I said a Cardinals game. And then you had...
I said Cardinals game too, the away game.
So they had a Cardinals loss, a Seahawk loss.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a tight Seahawk game.
You had the Bears. You had the Bears winning too, right?
Oh, wait. Maybe that's who I had, huh? I think that one I wasn't sure. You know what? I'm going to say Niners over the Bears.
There you go.
I say Niners. I'm going to switch it. I think I said otherwise, but, I'm going to say Niners over the Bears. We're just going to take it to them.
Yep.
That's going to be yes, because it's a 10 o'clock game. I thought it was a primetime game, but it's not. Okay, so yeah. All right, real quick. Tell me you know what? If there's anybody, let's see. Well, we got about 4 people watching. I don't know who's out there watching, but you know what I'm going to do? I want somebody I want to try this.
Ooh.
I want to try this one time. See if somebody might want to come in and tell me who they think, what the Niners season record will be. So what I'm going to do is post a number. You guys can call in, and let me get this set up because, like I said, I don't have I just blinked out of it. I don't have somebody screening my call, so try to call in. So I'm going to post this number, and if you see this number, out there, let me post it bigger. There it is. Call the show at 408-990-3371. I'll leave it up there so you guys, for those of you that don't got a pen and paper, can't write it down, give me a call. Tell me what you think. Let me see if I get you on the air and we can get your win-loss on the 49ers for the season. Let's see. Let me. And I had a special announcement real quick. Let me get this out of the way before I forget. Because, we do have to go. Well, everybody's been really big on giving away jerseys, So I'm kind of like, man, I need to step up my game. I need to give away some jerseys too. Everybody got denied and they got autographed jerseys, and everything, but, this one ain't autographed yet, but maybe I can. because I don't plan on giving this one away till before the Green Bay game. So I got a nice, we give away a Fred Warner jersey. Okay.
The nice one with the
Courtesy
75
of the 49er
90
Street
patch.
Squad. Yeah, 75th anniversary patch on there. And not only that, we're going to make it double sweet because obviously, your man can't be showing up with a jersey without his woman having a jersey, on looking good too. So, we got a ladies, a women's jersey too, Fred Warner. So we're going to do a giveaway for that. I don't know how I'm going to go about giving it away, but I'll figure out something. But, everybody's been kind of doing it, showing a little love. So this our way is giving back to the, 49er faithful, that be supporting us, and appreciate that. I got my call. Let's see. Oh, I'm not getting no calls, so I guess nobody really wants to call up. That's fine. But hopefully, and don't call if people that a lot of people tend to watch and view the show after the fact, so they're gonna probably be like, "Oh man, I can call up, man." Don't call up. Don't call later. If you're watching this like tomorrow or later on. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off the screen. All right. And take that off the screen. Okay, let me see. So yeah, jersey giveaway, guys. That's going to be happening in the coming weeks before the Green Bay game. So hopefully, if somebody wins it and they're close to the Bay and happen to be going to the game, they can wear it to the game, be cool. And maybe with my connections, hopefully I get it signed by Mr. A guy, a captain, our new captain, Mr. Fred Warner. Okay, so we'll see. But we'll still hook up somebody with some jerseys, so that'll be nice. I was going to ask you, Marcus, real quick. How do you feel the game this Sunday against the Detroit Lions? What is your final score prediction of this game? Write you down.
Yeah, so earlier I told you it was the win. So now
You said 13-4, right, for the regular season?
Yep, 13-4. Yeah, 4 losses. To the Titans, Packers, Cardinals, and Seahawks away games. But for the final total here, I'm thinking.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. They might have somebody call.
We got a caller. We're trying to see if you need your car extended warranty.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. We do have a caller on hold. I got her on hold right now. We're going to check in with her. Let me get her set up, and hopefully she can hear. I got to put my headphones on, make sure that I'm good. Because I don't know if I can hear. I'll be able to hear her through these. So let me get her set up, man. We got a caller. We got a caller coming in. Okay, we got a caller here. We got Nana Monica on here. Can you hear us, Monica?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead, girl.
I'm on? Okay,
Yeah.
so wins and losses.
Yeah, go ahead with
Wins and
what's your win-loss
losses?
prediction?
Okay, well, I would really like 17-0, but I say 14-3.
14-3. Okay.
What? And who are the 3 losses to, Monica?
What?
He said,
What?
who are your 3 losses to?
Oh, I'd say Seahawks, Arizona, and I don't have it in front of me.
We got
Gosh.
let's see, Titans. They gotta play Titans, they gotta play Atlanta,
Titans,
they gotta play
Packers.
Houston. They
Not
got
Atlanta.
No.
Jaguars, maybe
Bengals,
Green Bay
Bears.
Packers, maybe Philadelphia, Detroit.
Well, I'm going to be there. We have to win, so I'm not going to say go. Okay.
So you're gonna change the 15 and 2 now, right?
No, 14-3. I'll say Seahawks, Cardinals, and I'm going to beat the Rams twice. So I don't know about the Rams. Who else on there? Jaguars?
We're going
Who else
to
is
see
on there?
we got the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to see Chicago Bears. Going to see Minnesota Vikings. Going to see the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Tennessee Titans, Cincinnati Bengals, Houston Texans, Atlanta Falcons.
I say Jags.
Jags.
Whoa, bold. move.
So you think Sunshine is going to pull one on us, you think, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
Well,
my
that's your prediction. That's your final.
prediction. That's my final answer. That's
Your
it.
final answer. All right. Well, we thank you for calling in, and thank you for help testing this phone
Love
lines
you
that first
guys.
time. All right. Thanks for listening. Love you too.
Thanks, Monica.
Bye, guys.
All right. So Nana Monica calls in with her prediction. All right. That's good. Maybe we could take more calls when people start calling, Okay, cool. So wrapping things up here. Let me see. So I announced the jerseys. We'll be giving that away upcoming weeks before the Green Bay game. And I'll figure out a way how to do it, And before we go, I wanted to hit this one thing real quick. Man, we've been on an hour, almost an hour and a half. Way past my time, but that's all right. I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to show this footage that was I don't know, someone posted it, but it was Mohamed Sanu. He's going to be one of our punt return specialists, so I guess he decided to take matters in his own hands officially. And so he got one of those, I don't know what they call them things, football jug machines that kind of throw passes at you, right?
Yep.
Well, he's practicing fielding these balls, man. So he had one set up by his house and was launching balls over the house. So let's check out the footage on that. This is interesting.
Nice. So that's, yeah.
There it is, up over the house. He's catching it. Bam! Good one. The next one. Oh boy, runs through the house. Yeah. Boy, he's good. That must be his what do you call it? His manager or whatever. What do they call those guys that make all the deals for these players?
Not general manager, those ones for the team, but the agent. They're
agent.
Yeah.
sound like the agent. No, he's just like, yeah. That's funny, man.
So that makes more sense why we dropped the Benjamin and the Richie James, because he's gonna be our punt returner. It sounds like then.
Yeah. Listen to this guy. Watch. What? Catching it right over the house. Dude, run through the house. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
He's energized. He's all for it now.
Oh, man.
He's all in.
Man, my boy, he's all excited, man. He's like, yeah, you caught that ball, baby. Set up some more balls, Let's send them over the house again to you. I'm glad he's practicing and getting ready for that, because we're going to need it, I think he's going to do a great job, because they also have Brandon Ayuk returning punt returns. So, and kick returns will be, I think, I had it written down here. Let's see. Elijah Mitchell.
Oh, yes. Glad we kept him. He looked good.
Kickoff return, Elijah Mitchell, yeah, and Ambry Thomas. So, got the rookies, man. Rookies out there contributing. So, listen, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching the show, enjoying the show, and tuning in. Love you guys. Like I said, heading out to Detroit. We'll probably be on again after the Detroit game, but after the Sunday night, because everybody's gonna be watching Sunday night football. So we will come on after that sometime. So just make sure you tune in, and then we'll be off to Philly and get ready for the Philadelphia game, which is going to be fun. And by that time we should already know how what teams are looking like with some of the new quarterbacks out there taking over, and new teams just getting their start. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be some good matchups. So I want to thank my man Niner Marcus G, helped me out tonight, made the show really great, and missed the 49 Street Squad, but our boys are busy, but they'll be back, and we look forward to seeing them guys too. So I hope everybody just has a wonderful evening, nice night, and we'll see you after the Detroit Lions game. You know it.
All right, let's do it, faithful.
Yeah.